If you want to become a profitable forex trader this year, I highly recommend that you do these 5 things that I'm going to share with you in this video. So if right now you're blowing funded challenges, consistently losing money, and just feeling lost as a forex trader, I'm going to go through 5 things that you can do to guarantee that this year you stop losing money and finally find consistent profitability. And how can I say that? I can say that because these are the things that allowed me to find profitability, get funded multiple 6 figures, and start earning consistent payouts. And if you want to see proof, check out my Twitter, link in the description, or head over to my YouTube community posts. So I've got my laptop here, going to be going through 5 lessons that you can do to guarantee that this year you finally find consistent profitability. So lesson number 1, go all in on one strategy for at least 3 months. So you can't say you're trying as a trader if you haven't stuck to one system long enough. It takes time to master a strategy. You don't just master a strategy within a few weeks of learning it. You've got to back test it. You need to forward test it. You need to demo test it. And although I don't necessarily believe in demo testing, trading live will give you the most experience. You need to give yourself enough time with one system to get good enough at it, to execute it properly, and to actually understand how that strategy plays out. And if you can't do that, if you haven't been doing that, you can't say you've been trying as a trader. And so each time you change your strategy, each time you modify your system, each time you completely change how you're trading, so changing your strategy, you're actually resetting your progress. Because as I said there, it takes time to master a system. You can't just expect to master a system within a couple of weeks and implement it profitably. You need to give yourself enough time with one strategy. And so lesson 1 here is go all in on one strategy for at least 3 months. Only focus on one system for 3 months. And I can almost guarantee that you will start to see results with that system. And so find the strategy that resonates with you, okay? Not the strategy that is popular. So when I first started trading, I really wanted, for a long time, I wanted to trade the 1 minute time frame. I saw traders using the 1 minute. It was cool because they were always getting entries. They were in and out of trades quickly, taking profits quickly. There was always action. And that's what I thought I wanted to do. It looked popular, it looked cool, it was enticing, and that's how I wanted to trade. But the problem was, it didn't fit my personality. It didn't fit my style of trading. And so it was actually holding me back from being able to find profitability in my own trading. It wasn't until I shifted to trading a system that I resonate with, that fits my personality, was I then able to go on to actually get funded and start making payouts. And so if you don't actually have a system, you're struggling to find a profitable strategy that you can trade, I teach mine for free. So if you click the link in the description, you can sign up and I'll send you my strategy, which you can learn again completely for free. It's my entire supply and demand strategy that I use to get multiple 6 figures in funding and actually make payouts. And you can learn it completely for free just by checking the link in the description. Lesson number 2, write down everything that causes you to make mistakes. And so if you don't know what actually is causing you to make a mistake, it's pretty common sense and obvious to say that you're going to keep making them. I had this problem before. I was just going into each trading day completely oblivious of what it was in the markets that caused me to tilt or make mistakes. And so if you don't know what mistakes or what's causing you to make mistakes, you're not going to be able to stop yourself from making them. And therefore, you're going to keep repeating these same mistakes. And that might be what you're doing right now. You're in the markets, you keep having the same problem. You keep over trading, you keep hesitating, you keep closing your trades too early, or you keep moving your stop loss too early. There is something that is triggering you to do that. And so you need to actually identify what that is. And that's part of lesson number 2. You need to write down, or I recommend that you write down everything that's causing you to make a mistake. And so most traders go months without realizing what it is that's making them underperform. So as I said there, they keep repeating the same mistakes. And I was in that cycle before. I have been there because I wasn't aware of what was causing me to go on tilt. And so every time you make a mistake, I recommend that you pause. So you've made the mistake, pause for a moment before you do anything and write down what it was that caused you to make that mistake. And so for every trader, it's going to be completely different. To give you some insight and to help you understand what I recommend you try doing, in my own trading, when I miss a setup, when I come to the charts and I can see that I've actually missed a valid trade, that causes me to make mistakes. I hate missing trades. And so I've recognized that, and I've seen from my journaling and from doing this exercise, pausing once I've made a mistake and identifying what it is before I made that mistake. What happened in the market? And so for me, as the example I'm giving you, it's whenever I know or whenever I miss a valid move that could have made me money, I now know I'm on tilt. And so that situation in the market, that's what causes me to make a mistake, missing a valid setup. And so I've identified that. Each time I've made a mistake, I've paused and reflected, okay, what happened before this mistake? What was it in the market's environment that actually caused me to make this mistake? And so from there, I'm able to understand, and you will be able to understand what it is that's actually causing you to underperform and give back money. And so when you know what puts you on tilt, it's easier to control your emotions. If you don't know what it is that's causing you to underperform, you're going through your trading days completely blind and oblivious to certain situations in the markets that are causing you to underperform and make mistakes, you're not going to be able to progress. You're not going to be able to improve your performance as a forex trader and actually find profitability. Lesson number 3, get comfortable with trading less. And I talk about this a lot because it's one of the most important things in my own trading that allowed me to find profitability. I was at the break-even stage for a long time, and the shift I made, which took me out from break-even, so essentially each month I wasn't losing money but I wasn't making money, what I had to do, the change I had to make was getting comfortable with trading less. Once you have an edge, your main job as a trader is to then wait 99% of the time. Some people say online it's 80% waiting or 90% waiting. I truly believe it's 99% waiting. In trading, if you want to make money, if you want to get funded, if you want to be profitable, you need to be comfortable with waiting 99% of the time. And that means for 99% of the time, you're going to be doing nothing. You're going to be coming to the charts, analyzing, there's not going to be setups, and you're not going to be doing anything. And that feels boring. And that feeling of boredom, that is what causes myself, or used to cause me and many traders to underperform, because you want action. Boredom feels uncomfortable. So you end up creating scenarios, you end up jumping into trades too early just for some action and to relieve that feeling of boredom, not realizing that boredom is a sign in trading that you are doing something well. So wanting action is the biggest reason why most traders fail. Always looking to take a trade, always looking for a setup in the market is by far, in my opinion, the biggest reason why the majority of forex traders cannot make money. They simply can't sit still. And I had this problem as well. I'm not perfect, I do fall victim to it from time to time, but I've taken control of my trading. I understand that not trading is a profitable action. I'm comfortable with not doing anything. Sometimes it is a little bit irritating going weeks on end without a setup, but I understand that not trading is a profitable action. So just because you're not taking trades doesn't mean you're not progressing as a trader. Profitable trading is meant to be boring, as I've said there. If you're noticing that your trading is becoming less and less exciting, it's becoming more boring, you're finding yourself waiting a lot more, you're on the right path. You are near consistency. You just need to make sure that you do not give in to the feeling of boredom and try and relieve that. Boredom is a sign, as I've said, that you are doing something right as a trader. You're meant to be bored. You're not always going to be trading. To be a profitable trader means to wait patiently and be selective with the trades you take. And high quality setups do not come every single day. And of course, you can't wait patiently if you don't know what trades you're waiting for. So again, if you don't have a profitable system, you can learn my entire supply and demand strategy completely for free. If you just click the link in the description, sign up, and I'll send you the strategy which you can start using to become profitable and make your first payout. There's an important statistic that I remember reading. I can't remember where I heard it from, but the majority of top performing traders miss about 50% of their trades, which when I heard that, it was quite relieving to understand that even the top elite traders, the multi-million institutional hedge fund traders managing multi-million portfolios, even they miss about 50% of their trades. And so by understanding that, by me telling you that, you can take some weight off your shoulder. You're not going to be perfect. You're going to miss setups. And by missing setups, you're going to be waiting for longer, and that's okay. If the top performing traders are missing about 50% of their trades, you can't expect yourself as a retail trader who hasn't got as much experience to hit 100% of the trades that are presented. I miss trades all the time. Just this week, I missed a long position on euro dollar. It's normal, that's going to happen. And so the last point here from lesson 3, getting comfortable trading less. Inaction, so not doing anything, isn't a sign of a bad trader. In fact, it's the complete opposite. If you're trading less, if you're not giving into that boredom, if you're being inactive and you're being selective and waiting, that is a sign that you're on the right path to being a profitable trader. Lesson number 4, read your trading process before you start to trade and prepare for what you want to see happen the day before. Profitable traders, they prepare each trading day. They already know what they want to see. Before I start trading, the night before, what I'll usually do is I'll write down on my charts on TradingView, I will write down in a little note what I want to see happen. I will do my analysis and I will prepare. Losing traders, they just go into the trading day completely blind, hoping to take a setup and jumping into any trade that just looks good or, yeah, that looks good. But profitable traders, we prepare. We know what we want to see. We have a clear process to follow. We trust our strategy and we prepare for what we want to see happen in the markets, which allows us to perform at a higher level. It allows us to consistently pull money out of the markets. So as I said there, each night, each trading day, I will write on my TradingView charts what I want to see happen. I will actively look at the charts and write down, when this happens, I will do this. I am preparing for the trading day. I am making sure that I am being process focused. Once you have a proven strategy, before you look at the charts, go through your process. So when you actually have a system, before you start trading, before you look at the charts, read through your trading process. Remind yourself of what you need to be doing and seeing in order to take a trade. And this is something, again, that's helped me massively. This is something that has helped me to find profitability in my trading by reminding myself of my process and preparing for the trading day. Writing down, again, what I want to see happen. I'm not just blindly going into the trading day hoping to find an edge or to find a trade. I'm actively writing down and preparing for what I want to see, so when it happens, I'm ready, I can execute. So as I said there, write notes on your charts about what you want to see happen in order to take a trade. So take a leaf out of my book. On your charts, before the trading day, just write down, or in the beginning of the trading day, just write down what you want to see happen, what the market needs to do in order for you to take a high quality trade. And of course, what you're going to be writing down and preparing for is going to be based on the strategy and process you are trading. So read through your trading process before you start to trade and prepare for what you want to see happen the day before. That's lesson number 4. The last lesson here, lesson number 5, block out the noise and focus on your own trading. So trading is an individual business. Focus on yourself. Trading is a one-man band. Okay, of course you can get help from mentors. I help traders implement my system and overcome any issues that are holding them back from becoming profitable. Okay, yes, you can get help from coaches and mentors, but in the end of the day, your success as a trader is down to you. And so focusing on someone else's strategy, focusing on the next person's trades, looking at X or Twitter, seeing someone else's analysis. Again, I used to do this and it was just distracting and it would mess up my bias and cause me to lack confidence in my own trading. And so by focusing on someone else's, you're holding yourself back from seeing true success. And that's because trading is an individual business. It's all down to you and your performance. You need to be holding yourself accountable. And if you're getting swayed by other people's opinions, you're looking left, right, and center at other people's analysis, you're not going to develop the skills and the confidence in your own trading to actually become profitable. So getting caught up in other people's strategies, as I've said, and opinions is simply holding you back. So stop looking at X, Twitter, for trade ideas and for what the next person is posting, and build trust in your own process by backtesting. Forward test your system, clearly write down your trading process, And like I said there, back test it, forward test it, block out all other noise, block out every other traders. Yes, you can learn and read books, but there comes a point in your trading career where you need to just focus on yourself. And this was a big turning point for myself. I blocked out all the noise. I stopped looking at other traders, trades, analysis, or their opinions on the markets. And I simply focused on trading my system to the best of my abilities. And from there, I was able to develop my skills as a trader, perform at a high level, and go on to get funded and start making payouts. So that's lesson number 5. Block out the noise and focus only on your trading. Thank you very much for watching. I hope this video has helped, and I'll see you in the next one.